Hi guys, wagwan karibu back to my channel, and thank you for coming on to this video. So first, let's just take a minute and appreciate this look over here. So I got this turban from Urban Turban Kenya on Instagram. I'll also link them in the description box in case you're interested in just getting like plain turbans and maybe some African print belts and all of that. You can check out their page. And then this is just that same hair I've had in the last two videos. I think this is my final run now. Like, I was trying to see if I can undo them so that they become maybe a curly hairstyle, but it didn't come out how I liked. So I think this is just my final run. And then, oh my gosh, look at this. Honestly, if I went out in public in this, I'm not hugging anyone because your whole arm and your whole foot can fit in here, so it's a no from me. Yeah, so I stole this from my sister and she bought them from Kipato Unbranded. So yeah, goddess. So today what we're going to be doing in this video, we're taking a walk down memory lane on my Instagram, seeing those my back in the day hairstyles and judging whether they were a hit or a miss and whether they'll still be a hit or a miss right now. Yeah, so we just kind of want to see what was going on back then and 2 cents about it now. Yeah, so let's go. Okay, so yeah, the first style, let me see on this side so that I'm gonna put it on this side. Anyway, so the first style is these yarn twists. So these yarn twists, let me just explain to you guys what was going into the making of these things. So I would buy these, like these the yarn balls come in like a 10 pack or something. Then I would take actually just like a shit sorry. Anyway, so I would take like a seat like this one, and then I like take the yarn round and round and round and round. Now this is like one ball at a time. Then I cut it in half. So now after you cut it in half, now you can take like little pieces and then you twist them the same way you'd be preparing any other braids for like that to be crocheted on the head. And then because they're open-ended, you can see there on the ends there are like these little rubber bands at the bottom. So it was a very labor-intensive style, but I really loved it. Like, I think I did it a couple of times. It was a bit of a signature look over there. The plus side of using yarn is that you can get literally any color that you want, and they're kind of light. They're kind of light compared to if you were doing that same type of volume with regular braid. And the downside of this style was that the rubber bands would pop after some time. So even when I was doing it on clients, like maybe after week 1 or like somewhere in week 2, they're like, oh, the rubber bands are popping, and I'm just like, you know, that's just such complicated logistics of you going back just to sort that out. So in terms of whether it was a hit or a miss, I would say it was a hit. I still think this one can still be a hit. It's just that that labor intensity thing is not a motivation, but definitely I think this is still a look and probably explore with now a bit more color. So I would like to know what you guys think. Would you still do this? Was in 2016. So would you still do this hairstyle, and was it a hit then or a miss? Is it still a hit or a miss right now? Yeah, so the next style also is kind of something similar, because now this one is faux locks from yarn. Okay, let's not even talk about the face I was making because anyway, tunakubali. Yeah, and as you can see from this photo and the last, I also had my discovered eyebrows. Anyway, in terms of the hair, almost same thing with what I've said in the last hair. It's relatively lighter. Color variation would be amazing, and the twists actually, I mean, the faux locks come out quite neat, because I think how compact the yarn is, like by the time you're wrapping it around, you achieve a very neat full lock. The downside, however, is like these things, they stay stiff for such a long time. I remember like maybe the first week, it's like I had like twigs on my head, and I'm just like, I think that's even why I had to just kind of like wrap them up, because they were literally so stiff. And so it did take a while for them to like kind of loosen. Yeah, in terms of hit or miss, definitely was a hit then, still could be a hit now. Yeah, that's my take on it. Next, this next one is not even so much of a hairstyle, but it's a braiding pattern that I used to use. Okay, if you guys look at that braiding pattern, you can see at the bottom left there's this thing with the crisscross that I usually do for that's the place where you do the invisible parting, so that's still very valid and very very relevant. Let's look now at the picture at the top left. We have like a zigzag thing. That one, it doesn't really matter, but the thing in question here now is that line under the zigzag that's going like across the back of the head. So when you look at the photo on the right, now you're going to see the technique whereby you do the invisible parting method around the back of the head, just so that if someone holds up their hair, they have that type of finish like you can see there in the picture. So hit or a miss, hit or a miss. So I would say back in 2016, this was definitely a hit, because it seemed like a very innovative way to kind of hide the whole crochet situation going on, you know, hide the knots, hide the everything. So I think then this was like, what a wow, like look at what you've done. But when I look at it now, I'm just like, oh my god. Why? What was the reason? Okay, honestly, I feel like I would not, as in I would never do this to anyone in 2020, because like I said, we understand, like I can understand what the intention or the place that this was coming from. However, it looks very baskety when I look like a basket, like keka. When I look at this right now, I'm just like, hi, ish. It's the same way I think I've seen, you know, it's like if you do crochet and then you do like a line going around your hairline as opposed to them going back. Of course, like your intention maybe is just to kind of create some illusion of, you know, it coming from your scalp. But I think I can confidently say that these are outdated patterns. And I think at the moment the patterns that I use just come up, all of them, even from the back, they come up from here, so sort of like mosodoish, but the point is all the lines are just going upwards. And if you wanted to look a bit more natural, less crochet, you just make them really come close to each other so that you see more of the hair than the lines. But this was a hit then, right now is totally a miss. If you use this pattern still, just feel free to update your method. Okay. The next style is this very chunky mambo twists, mambo braids. I feel like these were the first version of crochet, like these ones made crochet really hit at the time. And it was definitely a hit. It was a hit then. But if I am judging it as per today, what I would say, I feel like the braids were a little too thick and dense. The problem here is that they were dense. So because they were dense, even that process of like taking them through the lines was like really painful. And again, because of the density, they were heavy. So as someone who is really focused on doing protective styles in this day and age, I would not do them. I would not do them right now, but then, I mean, given the factors, it was a hit. But I do appreciate the fact that the company, these were from Sister, so as time went by, they made thinner versions of it, thinner and lighter, so at least, you know, even you move with the times. I guess at the beginning no one really knew so much about how these braids should be and how protective they were to hair. So right now you wouldn't find these in the market either way, because I think even after people did them, they realized either they could be breaking the hairline, or they're too heavy, or they're too painful to install. So hit back then, miss right now. Remember, you can give all your feedback on whether you will still do these styles in 2020. Next hairstyle, guys. What? Hey, me, I'm just like, yo, my friends, I'm really judging you right now. You know, sometimes when you see a picture, you're like, hey, Anna Rafiki. Yo, okay, I really don't know, man. Hey, this one, to be honest, I will say it was a miss. I feel like I know what I was trying to go for with like the curling effect, but I feel like whatever method I used, it backfired. And then I also don't know why I didn't do them apart. Like I literally walked in them in these two chunks, and it was a miss then. It's still a miss now. Yeah. Okay, next style. So these ones, these are a personal favorite, like even years later. So these are 24-inch Havana twist in color gray. I feel like this was the first most adventurous hairstyle that I ever did, and okay, the downside with it, man, there's a lot of harassment in town. Like these makangas would always be like, hey, I'm trusted money, man. I'm just like, what? Like it was weird, and people would even be touching my hair in the streets, like, you know, because they're so long, and I'm walking past and someone is just like, you know, touch my hair. Like there's a lot of violation, as in I think that was just the most annoying thing. But this one for me was a hit then and is still a hit now for sure. Okay, so this next style was a straightened fluffy kinky crochet. So it was like a color 230. I really love that color, and I feel like I would still do this style still today. And as you can see, I tried to achieve this asymmetrical kind of cut, but the problem with this type of kinky texture, it's not like synthetic hair or what, such that once you cut it like this, it's just going to stay like that. Because of the kinks and the stuff, it's really hard to just make that shape maintain like that. Even this way, how you can see I combed the hair like this, I can bet you it didn't stay like that. It probably just stuck there for the picture, but keeping it in shape is a bit of a task. But yeah, I definitely would I do this now. I would, but then it wouldn't be like a priority. Like I think those ones, if I'm just sitting at home and I found strands of the hair, I would do it, because also there's a lot of maintenance when the hair is open like this. But yeah, I mean, this one we can just give it like a 50-50. See where I can put it, but hits then right now 50-50. So yep, I think those are enough. Like it's just a few, but feel free to just go on my Instagram. Of course, there are many other styles that I did on myself, that I did on other people. You know, the thing with trends and everything is that it's just history repeating itself. So you just get a look from the past, recreate it, add a little sauce and some you know. And it's back like it never left. So thank you so much for joining me on this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like and share. I really want to hear what you guys think about the styles that I've talked about. Would you do them? Are they a hit? Are they a miss? And yeah, again, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye.